Okay, so this will probably be shorter than most of my videos, but I just wanted to give a quick update on the situation with the girl from the boxing gym. So we texted a good bit the one day, the first day that she texted me. And then the next day, which was yesterday, she didn't text me at all. I didn't text her at all. The whole day I'm thinking about it. To her, it's probably, just another day. And she probably gets texts from guys and her friends all the time. But, for me, nobody texts me, especially not cute girls from the gym. So I'm thinking, daydreaming about her all day, hoping that she'll text me, and she didn't, but that's okay. I didn't text her either because, I don't know if there's anything to it, but you always hear the red pill advice of, don't appear too eager, don't let her know you're that desperate and all that. So, yeah, so I didn't text her either. And that was yesterday. But then today, I was even thinking about, maybe today I'll text her. But luckily, I didn't even have to do that because while I was in the middle of thinking about what I would even send to her, I got a text from her. So she texted me and she just said, hey, but like with a lot of E's and a few Y's. So it was like a long, hey, that type of thing. Which I think is a good sign. I mean, it's kind of more flirtatious than just saying, hey, spelled correctly. But I don't know. Maybe I'm reading into it too much. But, anyways, yeah, so she texted me first. But again, she didn't really give me much to go off of. And this is how it was, the first day that I was texting with her, right? She sends short texts, doesn't really offer up that much in terms of like leading the conversation. Like I have to lead the conversation both times today and the last time. I've had to lead the conversation pretty much 100%. But yeah, I guess that's just how it is for men in society. Anyways, she texted me, hey, and we were chatting a little bit. Again, I didn't really know what to say, so I think to her original message of hey, I just responded something like, hey, what are you getting into today? Or something like that. I don't know. Or, hey, how's it going? Basically. Well, eventually she started asking me for my Snapchat. And yeah, I don't use Snapchat. I've never used it. I don't really use any social media. I do have a Facebook, but it's funny because she did actually, after I said I don't have Snapchat, she seemed disappointed. And at first, she tried to convince me to get on Snapchat. And I definitely got the vibe that she thinks it's weird I don't have one, but whatever. But eventually, she started being like, okay, well, what's your Instagram or what's your Facebook? And I just kept saying, I don't have that. I don't have that either. And I was actually lying about Facebook. I do have a Facebook, but I don't really use it. And I'm sure as hell don't want her to see it because, then she'll see what a loser I am. And that's the thing that kind of sucks about social media because it's like, for a sub 5 male, it's pretty much a lose lose situation, right? There's no winning at all because if you do have social media, and a girl sees that, she can see what an absolute loser you are, right? You don't have many photos. You don't have photos with other people. You're not getting comments from other people. You're not being tagged on other people's posts and all that. If I go on my Facebook, it's just a long line of my mom saying happy birthday. And then, each comment on my Facebook is like a year apart, and it's just my mom saying happy birthday, I love you, and occasionally tagging me in some random thing that she shares on Facebook. So yeah, I don't want her to see that. So I told her I don't have Facebook, I don't have Instagram, I don't have Snapchat, and I definitely was getting the vibe that she thinks that's weird, which yeah, I already knew that's how it would be, but I don't know. I kind of just played it off like, yeah, I don't like using that stuff. I try to, just focus on what did I say? I can't remember exactly what I said, but basically something like I try to just focus on the real world and not get, I don't know, it probably sounded pretty dumb what I said, but either way, I did get her Instagram handle. So I was able to look at her Instagram because I kind of had this sneaking suspicion in the back of my mind, right? Like the girl from the gym that I think I'm talking to right now, she is way too cute to be interested in me. Like it just doesn't make sense. So I really did want to be able to verify that I am talking to the girl I think I am. And yeah, so I got her Instagram and I looked it up and yeah, it is her. It is the girl that I thought it was. And man, she is like seriously, she is really cute. I'd seen her in person, but then seeing her Instagram as well, she is, I don't know. I think I'm developing a bit of one-itis. And I mean, I guess this was bound to happen the second any girl shows interest in me. I'm going to develop a bad case of one-itis, but yeah, it's happening. I'm looking through her Instagram and it looks like she doesn't really use Instagram that much. She doesn't have that many photos, but yeah, it looks like she's done a bit of cosplaying, nothing major, and nothing too like slutty, which I wouldn't like that, but yeah, she just has some cosplays. And I don't even know what characters. I think some anime characters from whatever. I'm not like huge into anime, so I don't know all the characters from different shows and stuff. But yeah, so she had some cosplay photos. I guess that's something she's into. So I guess she's kind of a nerdy girl or whatever. And she also had something on Instagram that referenced Fire Emblem. Fire Emblem Three Houses, which is one of my favorite games. I love the whole Fire Emblem series. Three Houses especially is just, I think that's like a masterpiece. But anyways, it was pretty cool to see that she's actually into something that I'm into, right? Like we have a common shared interest in Fire Emblem of all things, which seems really weird to me for a normie girl like her to be into such an autistic video game franchise. But hey, it is what it is. So I actually texted her about that because again, like she doesn't give me much to work with in text. So I don't know what to talk about with her. So once I saw that on her Instagram, I sent her a text, hey, you're a fan of Fire Emblem? And she was like, yeah. And we talked about that a little bit, which is pretty cool. And conversation just kind of petered out, kind of died out. I'm not good at keeping the conversation going. She doesn't seem to put that much effort in keeping the conversation going, but she did text me first, so that's a good sign, right? On something else this all reminded me of, going back to the topic of how if you're not on social media, everybody thinks that's weird. Because I think that's something that, back when I was in the not too distant past, back when I was trying to find employment, when I was looking for a job, one thing that I think hurts me a lot is that I don't have LinkedIn. And I used to have a LinkedIn, so I guess there is an old LinkedIn with my name. I don't even know the password and email to like log into it, but yeah, I never put a picture up on there and it's not updated at all. So I've always felt that that might be something that has been hurting my job prospects. Like when recruiters get my resume, probably the first thing they do is they Google my name and then they can't find anything on LinkedIn for me, or they just find my old not updated LinkedIn and they see that and they're just immediately like, no picture on LinkedIn? Well, he might be a sub 5. Next. I really think human resources departments across the country are Googling every name on every resume they come across to see, like, okay, is this person normal? Is this a normie? Is this another person like us? Will this person fit in and be a cog to our grand corporate machine? Will this person play along with the norms of society? Is this a regular person? That's the kind of thing they're looking for when they hire people for jobs. And I don't have that. And I guess that could hurt me. And finding a job is basically the same as finding a partner to date. Except finding a job is probably a little bit easier because you can at least get a degree or like qualifications and stuff. When it comes to dating, there's nothing like that. So, yeah, I don't know. It's not exactly the same, but as far as how social media functions in our society, with how recruiters look for you on LinkedIn, it's kind of the same as how a girl you're talking to wants to see your Snapchat or see your Instagram to see how popular you are. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe I've already blown it with this girl by showing that I'm too fucking weird to not have any social media. But I don't know, she didn't seem too bothered by it. And again, she has some kind of nerdy stuff on her Instagram, with the cosplaying and the reference to Fire Emblem. So seriously, guys, this girl is so cute. Like, I don't even know. It doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't. So yeah. There's one other thing. I wanted to ask you guys for help because I know that I need to move things forward with this girl. Like, I don't want this to say in text messages, I don't want to be in the friend zone. I want to get with this girl. I want to try to actually get to know her better. I want to be in person with this girl and go on a date or something, or hang out in person. Even if I fail, I want to meet her in person. And I don't know how to do that because I can tell she's not going to come out and say it. I'm going to have to be the one to ask. I'm going to have to be the one to set it up. I'm going to have to be the one to come up with the idea for what we would do if we hang out in person. I'm going to have to be the one that asks her to hang out in person. So I have to take that step. But I do not know what to do. So I'm here before you, my YouTube viewers, and I humbly request that any of you out there tell me, what should I do? Give me some suggestions. Should I ask her to go out to get a coffee? But that seems weird to me because I've never gone to a coffee shop to get a coffee. So the whole idea seems weird. The thought of going to a bar or something like that, that makes more sense to me, but that's also, with my level of social anxiety, that's like extra nerve-wracking, right? What I would really love to do is just meet her one-on-one and just hang out. I mean, a coffee shop kind of sounds like a good idea. Or I was thinking like going for a walk in a park. Like there's some nice walking. There's a park near my house, and it's kind of like halfway between my house and the boxing gym. So I assume, this girl lives somewhere relatively close to that. And there's a park with a really nice walking trail. So I would kind of like to meet her there and just go for a walk. But I don't know if that's a normal, because when I watch TV shows and stuff, it doesn't seem like the kind of date people are going on. But I don't know, sometimes. But is that like a first date? Is that an appropriate thing? Does that make sense? Because also when I'm texting with this girl, I'm not 100% being myself, right? Like I even thought of something funny to say, typed it out in the text, but then I had to delete it because I was like, no. She will immediately see that I am not normal if I send that. So I didn't, because I have kind of a weird sense of humor. So yeah, I am trying to masquerade as a normie, at least until I get to know this girl better. And then maybe I can let a little of my real personality out. Probably not. That'd probably be a terrible idea. Because whenever I let someone see my real personality, see the real me, it always comes back to bite me. So that's probably not the thing to do. But yeah, I'm really at a loss here. I don't know how to move things forward with this girl. So I am really I don't know, infatuated or what. Like this girl, she is so beyond my looks match. Like this girl is actually attractive. It seems like I don't know what she does for work. For all I know, actually, she could be unemployed, but I don't know. She seems, at least looking at her Instagram, she seems like she has a good life. She's attractive. She has friends. Like, I really want to get to know her better, honestly. I'm developing one-itis. I know I am. Which is probably, I shouldn't do that. But I don't want to let myself get too infatuated with this girl because inevitably I know this is probably not going to work out because it never has before. I've made it 35 years of my life and, kissless, hugless, handholdless virgin. That's me. So I don't see it changing now, but I have this opportunity miraculously placed right in front of me, and I have to at least try. So please give me some suggestions. How do I move this forward? Because I want to move this beyond texting. I got to move this forward, meet her in person. So yeah, that's about all I got for today.